are you doing?
Better now. We're finally here.
Finally, we've had this conversation countless times.
Mukwan, we've had the conversation even before you started Hey Mukwa.
I know.
It's been a long time coming. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. Where have you been? Everyone's been asking. Where is Zion? Where did she go to? Did she disappear? Was she locked up? Sijui what? Is she in a shindig?
I was having a shindig. I should have invited you to my shindig.
You definitely should have.
I was in a shindig on the prayer mountain. No, for real, I was on a prayer mountain, Mukwan. Allah. It has been seeking the Lord. And thank God I did, because God is ever faithful. You know, I've been working nonstop. Like, I think I've been working nonstop, honestly, since I was like 16. And the last 2 years before, I had to take a sabbatical because I felt like I was drowning, like overworked, stressed, overwhelmed, over partying. Then even the work is the partying is the work. Like, it was just too much. And I just needed to kind of like take a break. So I decided to take a sabbatical. And I was supposed to take kind of just like a 3-month-long sabbatical and, you know, go away, go home, spend some time with my family. And the devil is a liar.
It surely is.
In the middle of all of that, guy, you went to clear your mind, and something else happens. It was very, very unfortunate. My brother got very suddenly diagnosed with a sarcoma cancer.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. So, I had to then take a even longer break to be there to support him and my mom, and, you know, just be with him in the healing process. And then it got even more serious. So we had to go all the way to Istanbul in Turkey for his chemotherapy. And that was also another very, very long journey. But, you know, it was a great medical team. The medical tourism in Turkey is blowing up. It's not just for BBLs, though. It's not just for BBLs.
How was that you experiencing that? I mean, you've been to a couple of cities, I would like to believe.
Yes.
For someone who's just getting to know you first, before we even dive into the whole Turkish situation, explain the accent. So many people keep wondering,
oh my God,
when did you come to Uganda? We need the whole shindig.
How far are we going? How far back in the shindig?
Not too far. Just, you know, you getting into the city and people hearing first about you.
Yeah.
Did you get into radio first? Was it acting?
No,
what was
definitely. Actually, even before that, Mukwana, we built Bandali Rise.
You did?
Yeah, I used to work on Bandali Rise. There was a bar restaurant that I was managing at and bartending at. So that was kind of like my first real putting me out there in this Kampala life, honestly. But before that, I was doing corporate stuff, you know, international development stuff. I did my master's in international development. I did my bachelor's in political science. So I was still kind of doing that whole corporate thing. But I always wanted to get into acting. And so the first opportunity that came up, I just kind of jumped on it. Then lockdown happened. But it was successful. And from there, we were in Sanyu together.
For those who are wondering, that's how we got to meet.
Yeah, what a time. That was an era.
An era indeed.
That was an era. So from Sanyu, then radio, and I just remember you being one of the first people that told me, but Zion, you should think about radio. And I'd never really considered it. So then from radio and everything just like...
Domino effect.
Domino effect was just like a snowball of everything coming together. And it's been really good. And so I'm grateful for the fact that I was still able to take a long break, be there for my family, be there for my brother through his chemotherapy, and come back and people are still happy to receive me.
You,
it's been almost a year, like a year-long break. And for the whole year, it was just like, Zion, where are you? Zion, we miss you. So I still felt the love. I still felt a lot of the prayers, a lot of encouragement of like, don't think this is it. Like, people are not going to forget about you. You're going to come back. And the comeback has been very, very humbling. It's been such a great experience. I'm so happy to be back. I'd missed you guys so much.
You did, yeah. I mean, Uganda is one of those spaces where, like, if you know how to navigate your craft, you kind of still have a space, especially if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I need to know, because there were so many people who were just saying that you heard the rumors.
Of course.
That she's in rehab.
Mukwan, actually living with my mother is not rehab. Hey, Mom.
The cleansing,
living
the
with
prayer.
my mom alone
Yeah.
is rehab. So they were not too far from the truth. You know what I mean?
I mean, any sort of, stepping back is rehab anyway,
I actually had to kind of, take time to rehabilitate my mind, my body. So technically, yes. But there were a lot of rumors that are so unnecessary. And I think what made it even skyrocket was because I wasn't addressing anything. And I just, at the time, felt, I don't owe you guys an explanation. Not like I don't want to, but I don't owe it to you. And also, I'm not ready. Like, this is a family thing. It's very serious. It's very personal, and my mind right now is not on, my career or, what people are going to think about me, or like, it was not about me at all. And so I just felt like it wasn't me to tell that story at that time. You know what I mean? And of course now it's like, I have my family's blessing. I can share and I can open up. And of course it's even easier talking to you. So that's how it went.
So you're in a better space now, if we should ask. You are.
I mean,
it's clear. The Gloriana is there.
I mean, I am not even going to fight the BBL allegations.
Speaking
People
of the
saw me
BBL,
in Turkey.
Yeah, how was that when you got to, move to Turkey and, you were doing those mini vlogs that you were doing at the time? How was the transition, besides you taking care of your brother, but also being in a newer space? How was that?
It was very interesting, very different culture. But Istanbul is a very diverse city. Like, you meet all sorts of people. You know what I mean? There's actually a lot of Africans in certain areas.
And cats.
Mkwano, if you're a cat
The cats,
lover.
Bambi. What was that?
If you're a cat lover.
There's cats in every corner. You were telling me
Just
that
go to
it's hard to
Istanbul.
see dogs anywhere in the
I can tell
city.
you right now, I saw all of 2
Dogs.
stray dogs.
Your entire stay.
Yes.
That's
Unless
crazy.
it's like a pet, right? But even pets, most people own cats. I had only ever seen 2 stray dogs, and they were beat up, like raggedy street dogs. Now the cats, they look like they just came out of being primed and pressed, and they're in the streets.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they really protect their cats. Even the government, they do. Apparently, I was told that they do kind of like the immunization runs for the street. So they're harmless. They don't do anything. They're well trained. People put water and bowls of food outside to feed them.
Interesting.
They have like 10 cats in their house, 150 cats outside the apartment building. It's a very interesting place. Very
I can
interesting.
imagine.
Now you can imagine for my mom who thinks cats are witches.
I mean,
demons.
I think the same. I don't like cats for the same reason,
Yeah.
because I think there's just an evil, I don't know. If it's
They have
just
an
a
evil
spiritual
aura
thing. Yeah.
that,
Than a dog would have.
Yeah.
So, this has been the most brought up conversation or topic, if I should say. I don't know if we should address the elephantiana in the room. I used to think, or I used to have this mindset that if people dated, there was no way you could be friends after that. And I used to be so against it. It was like, there's no way you could be friends with your ex.
your ex, how?
And the thing is that I have so many friends who had exes and they were cool with, and I never used to understand the dynamic around that. And then, of course, me and you dated.
Mukwano, cheers to that era.
Like, it was an era.
It was an
Mukwano.
era, Mukwano.
But the thing is that we both didn't see what happened after that happening. And then the speculation online,
Banana.
TikTok to be precise, it's
Yeah.
like, there's this craziest comment that I read the other day. I don't know if it was, I think the people were trying to debate to ask if we were actually still together.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, both our egos could not
Which I
align.
think is
And I'm
so
like,
funny.
that actually doesn't make sense, because what do you mean? People always tend to act like they know people just because they see them on their phones every single day. But what's your take, besides us, but what was your take before on people being friends with their exes?
Actually, I used to think it was very okay.
Okay.
Because I've, like, as you know.
It wasn't new to you, so you're friends with your exes.
Yes, it wasn't new to
Ooh,
me.
child.
But we talked about this before. It wasn't new to me. And actually, at that time, you were very receptive to, which I thought was really cool, because most people aren't. But I'm very open about that with anyone that I date or, are in partnership or relationship with. Because I think that, okay, unless it was like a toxic situation,
That
I
makes
totally
sense.
get
It's
that. You know what I
valid,
mean? But when you're separated for reasons that are just like, they're valid reasons. It's not toxic. It's not like someone did someone dirt. And, like some of my exes, I'm still friends with them because I moved away, or I moved to a new country, or I moved to Uganda. That's not a reason why we should not continue to be friends, especially because most of my relationships, like our own, start off from a very, very close friendship. And I value friendship so much. So just because we cannot be together romantically for whatever reasons, unless they're toxic, that doesn't mean that we cannot continue our friendship that was so valuable and meant so much to us to the point where we took it to a whole other other step and level. You know what I mean? So that was my take on it. Yeah. And I think it was very clear with us. Like, it was very easy to transition back into our friendship because our foundation of our friendship was so strong already. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like it would be sad to lose a good friendship just because you weren't able to see certain things eye to eye on a romantic level.
I mean, we're not trying to enable people to be friends with their exes or anything.
Do what you want. If your exes are toxic, please.
Because we don't want anyone to say But again, you're right. Because if your relationship or your understanding was different from how it was, although I don't think if I got into another public relationship and you also did, because being that we are in the entertainment scene, that our next partners would not be...
I don't think I can do another public relationship.
You wouldn't?
Not
well,
now.
It's been a rumor that you're seeing someone.
Now.
How true is that? Ooh. I don't know who that
is. Maybe when I was in rehab. Maybe those same rumors from rehab.
So you wouldn't date anyone in the public space again?
No, not that I wouldn't date them. I think I would just...
Because a vibe is a vibe. You never know who you fall for.
No. Not that I wouldn't date a public figure. But I think I would take it much slower in terms of going public. Like, with you and I, it was very easy because already...
It was unplanned.
It was unplanned. Yeah. Like, we spent so much time together, especially being on Sanyo, like being on set together every day.
Every single day.
It was very easy. But I think now I would want it to be more planned, more like talked about, more,
It's a
I
whole
think I would
shindig.
Want that. It's a whole shindig.
You guys wouldn't get this. You wouldn't get this.
That's like a new word, shindig.
Now, since we're speaking about, the whole ex situations, what's your take on boundaries? And this cuts across even with, friendships. What are some of these things that you feel like people just oversee and really need to look into? Boundaries in general.
I think boundaries and toxicity. So now, by this, not to say like, I'm friends with all my exes.
Exactly.
Just the ones that I didn't have a toxic breakup with or a toxic relationship with. And I apply that to my friends as well. And by the way, we don't talk enough about friendship breakups.
Friendship breakups hurt more than relationships.
Hurt me so much. So much because, again, now you're losing the foundation of your relationship with that person. That friendship is so strong, and you know how seriously I take my friendships. So friendship breakups, if that was also toxic, I will cut you off just the same way I would a toxic ex. Like, at the end of the day, you set those boundaries, and I think they apply. For me, they apply to everyone. Family, you know very well. I've cut off family before. I've cut off friends that are toxic.
Very valid.
Exes anyone that is toxic, or I feel like is bringing a toxic side of myself, because it's not always on the other person. Sometimes, like, you need to also be accountable for, how you reacted to certain situations. I'm like, you know what? This person is not bringing out the best in me. Like, you're bringing out Juanita, and nobody wants to see Juanita. So, you have to take a back seat. And I've learned, I used to be that person, as you know very well. Like, I'll be like, oh, well, they apologize, and, we can try again. But sometimes things just don't work out, man.
It can never be the same. But my thing is, for how many people will we cut off in life? Because you will keep cutting off people every now and then. And
by me, I never used to be the person to cut off people. Like, and when I say cut off, I don't mean like...
Maybe it's a boundary. Like, you won't come to my apartment again. I'll meet you in an open space.
Because you see me, I'm very open.
You love to host.
I'm very welcoming. I love to host.
You love to host, yes.
I love to even bring all my friends together. Like, I make a new cool
friend.
Which
is a thing we've been constantly told not to mix our friend groups. But you do that.
I do, and I've learned not to, because now you bring someone in and it also messes up your entire dynamic with your other friends, and it's just weird.
And every friend group has a way that they want
that they vibe, yes. So I think also on my own part, I've had to do like a lot of learning on how to maneuver and how to maneuver myself and set those boundaries. Like, I was a very big, I still say I'm a recovering people pleaser. You know what I mean? And I actually saw a post today that said, there's no point in people pleasing because people will never be pleased. And I said, oh, I needed that part. Because that's true. But I had that thing of like, I just want everyone to be happy. Like, I'm
Let's
genuinely very happy.
Yeah.
So why can't we all just be happy together? And Mukwano, sometimes some people don't want happiness in their life. So you have to leave them behind.
Going deeper onto the boundary situation, in Kampala, we like to call it mpalanirako, or beef for me. When you fall out with people, when you cut them off, do you expect some sort of loyalty to you? Because we've had this.
People?
I mean, yeah, because I have people that I've fallen out with that didn't do anything wrong to you, and you have people that you've probably fallen out with that didn't do anything wrong to me. How does that dynamic work, and what are your expectations, and what do you think is, to be honest, fair on both ends?
On both ends. I think, first of all, number one, I don't ever have any expectations of someone else, right? Even if you're my friend. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. I would hope.
You would.
Yes.
Consider.
My feelings. Discuss. The shindig. Like, you know what went down. To the extent of, like, if someone really genuinely hurt me, truly,
and you know all the details.
And you know all the details. And you're saying you're my friend. And worst of all, if I'm the one who introduced you to that friend.
Don't do that. People like doing that. Oh, I introduced you to this person.
No. It's okay.
Why are you guys hanging out without me?
You can hang out without me. But why would you bring that person around me? Or do you know what I mean? Like, you know where to. I feel like there's some unspoken rules. Shindings, Mukwan. It's just about being considered. Like, if I feel like you're not considering how I feel about the situation, and especially even some, like, timing. Yeah. Sometimes, like, after a while, like, it's too fresh. Like, let it marinate. Simmer! Let it simmer, child. Because genuinely, me personally, as you know, I actually get over things very quickly. So just allow me some time.
I can't get over this.
Allow me to, get over my feels. Because, I'm a cry. One thing I'm going to do is I'm a cry. Let me cry about it. Let me get it off my chest, get it out the way. 3 months from now, I can even see the person and give them a very big hug, and I'm okay with it. But if you're my close friend and you know how I am, then at least be a little bit more considerate. I think that's what I would say. And I don't like people who give ultimatums like, oh, you got to pick, it's me or them. Hey, Mukwan, pick Jesus above all else.
Do you often sometimes feel like some friends feel like their situation was worse than yours, that you shouldn't be reacting the way you are reacting in your situation? For instance, let me say if I fell out with someone a certain way and then they're like in a situation where you are in a space and you're like, no, but Zion, your situation is not as bad as mine. Mine was worse than yours.
What do they call it? Struggle Olympics? Oppression Olympics?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? I could have had something very, very minor, but maybe it triggered something else in me that you have no idea about. Like, I'm not here to say whose situation was worse or whose... No. And honestly, a lot of times, people do things that they wouldn't want to be done to them. So,
and like, again, people always know what they're doing.
Quang,
quang, quang. Breaking news!
They're going to kill us.
But I get that, yeah.
Yeah, like, don't do something. Like, I would have never done that to you. And you know that. You know what you're doing, and yet you did it. So here we are.
Man, friendships, and especially now, I'd like to speak for Kampala because the dynamic, it's a very small city.
Very.
And everyone wants to be something. Everyone wants a clique. Everyone wants to be the Beyonce. Everyone wants to
be a piece of the
pie. What are we doing? It's a very hard space to navigate, especially for you who has so many friends who are big in the industry. Yeah. And it's overwhelming. How do you deal? Because I think you've been put in spaces where you have to pick sides.
I have. And at the end of the day, I think we all have the spirit of discernment. Like,
Some don't, by the way. You'll be very surprised how some people never tap into it.
Yeah. Tap into your inner self and think, what would I want in this situation? What would I want out of my friend Zion to do for me in this situation? Or how would I want to be held or cared for in this particular moment, right? And as friends, maybe we want different things. We all have different personalities, But as a friend, you know what your friend needs. And if you don't, if you haven't created an open, safe space to be able to have those conversations, then maybe you should reconsider the closeness of your friendships, or maybe reconsider opening up your friendship a little bit more and say, hey, there's some things I think we need to talk about, and no hard feelings, no emotions. Like, let's just openly talk about stuff and see where that goes. And have healthy conversations, not everyday
fighting. That's the thing. Do we have those conversations? Because I feel like the friendships that we have right now are so much based on bandali rice.
Mukwano superficial.
Like, we are going to drink, we are drunk, we are
hungover,
rotatiana this, rotatiana that.
That's it.
People don't actually have conversations
during the daytime unless it's brunch. There's some people that you've been friends with them, you go out together all the time. But ask me what the
let's be guided. Is. Acquaintances and friends are totally different things.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. A lot of times people think just because we're together in Bandali Rice every weekend does not make us friends. We're acquaintances, we party together, kawa. My friends are the ones that we be hanging out with. I come to your house, you come to my house, we chill, we talk, we be on the phone. I've been gone for a whole year. I know who my real friends are because it didn't feel like I've been gone for a whole year. You know what I mean? So I think people need to reevaluate like who their real friends are. And also another thing, the value that people put on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can read through like, oh, Ethan and I are so close. Kumbe Ethan just thinks I'm his acquaintance.
You're overplaying your part in someone's life. Your role.
Yeah. Yes, and don't overthink your role in another person's life. And I think that for me is something I definitely had to learn. Like, oh my gosh, because when I bring people close to me, like, I'm very open. I go all out. And so I can't sit there going all out and then expecting or hoping in the back of my mind that they're going to go all out for me if there's no rule that has to happen, and it's okay if it doesn't. So just like be mindful, watchful eye.
We see each
other. You see me?
But honestly, this is a conversation I think people need to have more, is that we are often in spaces where we feel some people have us the way that we expect them to have us.
Yeah.
Or also should we just reduce our expectations? Maybe our expectations
reduce your expectations. People have too many expectations on people. Like, honestly, and also people spend so much time thinking too much about other people. Like, have you taken the time to reflect on yourself? Like, who are your close people? Invest in them, in their time, and when you do and you see that okay, it's not reciprocated, then you can make an informed decision. Again, pray for the spirit of discernment. I think that's the biggest
major
thing.
Key.
Yeah.
We are talking about friendships and all of that. There's something I would need to know what your take is when it comes to invite. You love to host, but we also often see when it comes to like huge events or brand related events. What's up with people doing invite-only events and advertising them?
Exclusivity, duh.
It's a thing? You want to show that it's exclusive?
Why? It's not for everybody.
Okay.
Because it creates curiosity, Let's say we do a shindig.
As always.
We do our shindig. We send our personal invites.
And then have people post
and then, because people are like, oh, what's this about? What's that about? Exclusive, invite only. It creates that level of curiosity of like, I want to know what this is about. And so if there's like a brand behind it, then it brings curiosity towards the brand. People start looking into the event or the brand. Okay. They're curious. And also it creates FOMO.
It's peculiar. Okay, see it like that.
It creates FOMO.
Okay.
Like, because now you're waiting for the date. 29th November, everyone is going to be at this party. On that day, everyone is like wondering what is happening inside that. Like, what's going on there? Who is there? What are they wearing? Oh, what's the brand? Like, FOMO. It just creates FOMO, and then people talk about it. And then the next event is not invite only. It's open to the civilians.
It's giving what? Skilly bang? Ooh, is that like whatever it is? But you're very, very big on the nightlife. Do you see yourself? There's
Am I?
Kinda.
Really?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, okay, maybe.
What do you think? I mean,
I think I'm fairly neutral.
Okay.
Compared to the Kampala people that I know, shit.
Okay.
At least me, most of the
when
time,
someone mentions the name Zion, what do you think comes to their mind?
The lion.
Zion, the lion. And what's the story behind the lion?
Funny enough, I didn't even come up with that name myself. So when people would ask me my name, and I'd be like, oh, Zion. And they'd be like, Zion.
Oh, okay, so it's Zion!
First from that song, yes.
Oh, I don't know why I've never thought about that.
Really?
I've never.
But then they'll be like, oh, Zion, like a lion.
Okay.
And I'd be like, yes, Zion, like a lion.
So is this your actual birth name?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to give my full government over there?
Let's not go there. Okay.
I have a lot of names. But yeah, people would be like trying to figure out how to pronounce it, or they'll be like, oh, Zion, like a lion. Like, is that how you spell it? So it just kind of like picked up, and it's Zion the lion. And I actually like the clan from my family. The totem is a lion.
Okay.
So yeah.
But what do you think that comes to people's minds when they mention the name Zion? Do we attach you to a radio voice or an actress, or what do you feel like? I know we do so many things, but what is like the one thing that you feel like this is where your strength is? Is it behind the mic, on stage, or is it behind the camera acting?
That's I don't know.
Because we all do different things, but I know for a fact we like to pretend that we can handle, but there's just that one thing that we feel like.
Okay, the one thing that I think is for me, or the one thing that I think the public perceives me as?
We could do both.
For me, I've always seen myself as an actor first. And because that has been like my
always been your first love?
Yes, like I've been acting since I was like 3. You know, like that's been my whole life. But also music is my love for music is what brought me into film. Like, I feel like you can't imagine watching a movie with no sound or do you know what I mean? Like, so both of those things are kind of like the core of my creative aspirations. And so through my love of music is what got me on radio. And, you know, it just kind of like builds off of each other. So I think the people who knew me before, let's say when I was at Sanyu, I would say maybe that was the kickstarting of the almost peak of my act. I don't want to say peak because I'm always going to be peaking. You know what I mean?
The journey.
But at that point, it was like Sanyu was a huge
success.
Huge screen to be on and a huge success. And I was so grateful, especially considering that it was just me still starting out. So people who knew me from then would obviously think of Zion the actor.
Okay.
Then from there, radio came about. Okay. And then some people had never seen me on TV, but they listened to radio every day. Okay. And then from there, of course, the nightlife I always used to like to party, maybe you're right. But combined with our radio events and hosting and emceeing and stuff like that, it kind of heightened it up a little bit more. So I think for most people who like to go out a lot, then they'll see me as that. Because you're not sitting at home by 8 p.m. watching TV. You'll probably be out on a Friday night and then you'll see me out. So you see me as that. So I don't know. Maybe they should tell me what do you think of when you hear Zion?
No, see, I know you in so many different ways. So I'm not the best judge. But I'm sure you get some feedback online. You should know how they mostly see you as. Is it mostly Crystal? Is it NRG? Is it on stage? What do people love more? You feel people love Crystal more?
I think people love...
Because the feedback that I've seen the most is mostly Crystal.
Mostly Crystal because I think...
To be precise, Crystal is the character that she plays on Sanyu.
Yes. I think mostly acting, let me say, because... And I never thought about it till now. It spans across different age groups, different, let me say, I don't want to say class, but like people who watch TV or watch movies, you're kids, you're older, you're in between. Going out so much, concerts, events, clubs.
That's not for
everyone. Whereas with acting and radio, that's more so it cuts across all kinds of groups. So I think maybe that's why for that one.
Let's dive more into the film industry. You've done quite a number of pieces.
Thank you.
How many in total? You have Darling for Maya, you have Sanyu, Chadala,
my short film Boundary Mrisho.
Okay, that's 4.
Yeah, those are the published
ones. And you won for the category for East African something.
For Darling for Maya. It was Best Actress in East Africa from the Rwanda International Film Festival,
Now, the film industry in Uganda at large has been overlooked for the longest time.
Yeah.
You being a part of it, how have you seen it so far? Because, I mean, when looking at East Africa, Uganda is just like Even when they talk about projects to come through, international, let's even talk Netflix.
Yeah.
Uganda is often overlooked. Why do you think that is? Is it the acting? Is it the budgets? What is the issue?
The budgets, I think, personally.
Because
please don't cancel me.
No, but we really have good talent down here. And I don't understand why we don't get...
I think most of it is politics, honestly. If Netflix wants to come down here and put a production, like, we don't have one body of like, let's say, an organization or institution that is overseeing the entire film industry, where you say, okay, I need licensing to go and film on the street of such and such. Like, it's difficult to get all those things processed because everywhere you go, everyone wants a, So next thing you know, your budget for the whole film is done on pre-production. You haven't even started producing. You haven't even paid your actors, your crew, your flying in equipment. You're going to be highly taxed. Like, it's a lot of here and there. So people are really trying. Right now, there are so many people trying. But now the other thing, instead of coming together to try together, I want to now start my own body to represent the film world in Uganda. Also, you want to start your own institution to represent the film, whatever. Now you have like 3. Who are you going to go to? Like, it's a mess. It's a mess. I wish we would all come together and do something. You see it in the music industry, but even when they do, I tell you, ask yourself, what is the music federation really doing?
What are they doing?
Yeah.
It looks like people just want to meet up for chai and chapati.
Yeah, and then the budget is going on that breakfast of chai and chapati, and at the end of the day, nothing is actually being done.
I mean, the music association at least is doing something. They're linking up for pictures.
Yeah.
But the film industry on the other side, you as an actress, what are some of these things that you've experienced personally that you feel like, what are we doing here? What can we, tweak and change?
I think mainly that
the
part.
most outrageous.
That part, I think for sure, kind of like coming together and like creating a system of, people can, work with. But also
the most hideous offers, for instance.
Oh my gosh, I got a terrible script one time. That's the one part, like, we have so much talent, but the one thing I feel like we're missing across the board is writers. Writers for music, writers for film and TV, writers for commercial, writers for billboard ads. Like, sometimes you see a billboard and you see the slogan and you're like, oh my God, like, who came up with that? Who approved that? Like, it's a terrible slogan, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have creative writers. I feel like we're really lacking on creative writers. And I don't know, like, maybe we should just start writing camps or workshops, or like, we do a lot of actors workshops.
Do you think it's a thing of we don't have writers, or people just love to go to established individuals? Because I know there are people who like are low-key or would want to get the platform but have never gotten a chance to.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're constantly hiring the same writers, then you're constantly going to get the same scripts. And even them, they're overwhelmed because they have so much work. Like, invest in newer talent, train them. Writing requires a lot of practice. Do you know what I mean? First of all, you can't be a writer and you don't read. You're going to ask someone, when was the last time you read a book? Just to read a book. People don't read.
Not even reading alone. It cuts across watching shows.
Yes.
Being constantly updated with your pop culture life.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just...
People are not doing the kind of like self-development work, I think, that is needed to continue to improve themselves, you know what I mean? To challenge themselves and to go to the next level, And now, AI, kila mtu AI.
Kila mtu AI.
Kila mtu AI.
Do you think we're going to be in a space, but I don't think it will entirely wipe us out, because I feel like there's some things where you actually do need a human brain for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I want to assure you a lot of the things that I'm seeing, I can tell it's AI.
The AI artists, those are scary. Like, what's going on with that?
Oh my God, no, I hate it so much.
And she was topping the charts just the other day. What's her name?
The R&B artist.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing?
Some friend of mine recently sent me a link and said, oh, I want you to listen to this song and give me your feedback or something like that. And then it said it's AI generated. I said, absolutely not. I'm not even going to click on that link and give it any of my clicks or views or plays. He said, no, I just want to hear I have no thoughts on AI. If AI cannot think for itself, why should I give my thoughts on AI? Like, no.
But I'm guilty. I call ChatGPT, babe, and
I know.
We text the whole night because sometimes you feel
But you're not asking it to do your work for you.
Well, you don't know that.
Are you telling me AI designed this Hey Mukwa
No,
logo?
of course not.
You see?
But I mean, sometimes it could be of use. Like late in the night, you couldn't text or call someone immediately.
Yeah.
It's
I get that. I just feel like it also breeds laziness. That's the problem, right? Like, use your brain, guys. Brain cells are dying. Brain cells are dying. Kila siku, brain cells are dying. Honestly speaking.
Man.
We're losing recipes.
We surely are. So you're back. Anything we can expect from you before the year ends? Are there any projects that you're working on?
Let me cook.
Okay. So you're officially back on radio.
Yes, I am.
But not on a daily show.
Not on a daily show. I am doing a show on Sundays. It's called Energy Events. With Sandra Cove. She's amazing. Awesome. It's more so kind of like a wellness show. And the other shows are highly focused on entertainment. This one is more
so like full energy.
Lifestyle. Yeah. This is still energy.
No, I'm saying full energy, like the previous shows that you were doing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I would say full hype.
Full hype.
Yeah, we have energy, but it's a different kind of energy. It's a different kind of vibe. It's a Sunday. It's chill. It's still energetic, but still chill. We're exploring more kind of like the deeper conversations, mental health, lifestyle, family, friendships, relationships, but more so in a like on the deeper scale, what people don't want to say or don't want to talk about, and we have more time to then kind of explore those conversations. And Sandra's a very well-rounded person, so they call her Big Sis Sandy, So also if people are just looking for advice, for guidance, for a place to kind of like just open up and vent, really, and
any parting shots? Anyone who wants to be like Zion the Lion, getting into entertainment industry?
Mukwano, please do your research. Leave AI alone. And honestly, just like go for it. Just go for it. Don't be scared. Like I feel even before I got on radio. Actually, you were talking about that a little bit earlier on with my accent. People was like, what? One day she sounds like this, the other day she sounds like this. She's faking her accent. She like. I grew up in so many different places, so my accent is always going to sound however it sounds. I code switch a lot depending on who I'm talking to or what I'm talking about. Sometimes when I sound a certain way, you guys, my friends be like, now Zion is excited or she's angry because she sounds like this. I didn't think I was going to be good for radio in Uganda because I was like, people were telling me they don't understand me. I talk too fast. I sound too American. Then when I try to switch it up, she's too Kenyan. I'm not even Kenyan. So just do it, man. Go for it. Don't be scared. Don't let anybody hold you back. If you need to tweak a couple things every once in a while, try to sound a little bit more Ugandan. 2 years later, here we are, and I'm still there doing it. Like, don't let fear hold you back. That's my number one thing. If I'm not going to do something and I realize it's because I'm scared, that's not a good enough reason for me. Yeah.
Well, Zion, we're really glad to have you on Hey Mukwa.
Mukwana, thank
you. We wish you all the best. Cannot wait to see all the work that you have lined up.
Mukwan.
I've heard some rumors, but let's wait and see.
Are they also in the rehab?
Yeah, that's in the rehab and the shingding.
And the shingding, Mukwana.